How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. We're currently in China, actually. So we got a huge time difference between us, you and me here. I think it's like
Yeah,
11 hours. Yeah.
yeah, it's morning here.
Yeah.
That's great. How has it been so far? I mean, being able to do the first shows with Lauren and in a different country where you always go, but many bands don't.
Yeah. I mean, we've been here quite a few times and we've developed some connections with promoters and so on. So we had this opportunity of coming here and it was announced, everything happened very quickly. So this Chinese tour was announced and then we just did it now and we're right in the middle of it. We're going to Japan as well for 3 shows before we go to Brazil. So
That's amazing.
yeah, there's a lot of flying actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Guilherme just told me you speak Portuguese. Is it right? Is it correct?
Ele tá certinho.
Ah, legal. Você prefere fazer
Mas
em português ou em inglês mesmo assim?
ah, eu acho que meu vocabulário vai ser limitado em algum
No
at
problem, but it's
at
great
some
to know
point.
you're speaking Portuguese also.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, and before talking about Arch Enemy, I'd like to know a little about your relationship with the other bands on your festival day at Bangers Open Air. Because on the same day you're playing with In Flames, Black Label Society, Kill Switch Engage, Ginger, Fear Factory, among other bands. Are you a fan or do you keep a friendship with any of them?
Yes, I mean, In Flames, we're really good friends with. We did a big tour with them in Europe at the end of 24. Kill Switch as well, we toured with them. Uh, Ginger, we know those guys as well, and we it's going to be a lot of familiar faces. I think it's a pretty strong lineup, and I would be I would be very excited if I was going to see all those bands, bangers. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's always difficult to go through a change of members, especially a singer, but how has the audience reception been to Lauren Hart so far? Not only in China, but overall via social media and stuff like that.
I think the response has been overwhelming. I could not expect that it would go that well. Actually, it seems like the fans really they see something in Lauren that they really like, and it kind of connects a little bit to Angela. Her style is kind of you know similar to that of Angela's, and I mean the response has been like overwhelmingly good. And now we're playing the first few shows as well, and you can tell that the vibe inside of the room or the atmosphere inside of the room is electric, and it's really cool. It's almost like we're starting a new era of the band now, which is kind of funny because we've been playing for what is it, 30 years or something. So
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
I was going to ask you about that because I'd like to know if you do you feel in any way that Lauren's arrival is a fresh start for the band, or do you see it as a continuation of has what has been done in recent years with Alissa?
I think that we're looking forward now into the future, and we're imagining what kind of songs we can have, and the next album and so on. I think we're looking forward, if anything, and everybody's very excited about it. And since the interest in this has been so good, and um I think we're looking forward to touring a lot, first of all, and just like showing that we're a strong live band still, and if not even better. So that's the priority right now.
That's great. And I know you guys are looking into the future, but I have to ask because until now, fans don't know for sure the circumstances of Alyssa's departure. Would it be okay to tell us how and why this happened?
Yeah, I mean The story that was like official was that she left to do her, like she said, she left to do her solo stuff. Now I think she has started her own band instead. But I mean, we had a long, lasting relationship together, and it came. I mean, it came. I guess you could say that it came to an end like naturally. Like it was good and it worked out really well until it didn't anymore. Uh, that's all I can say about that. But
Hmm.
I feel that I mean some fans take that. It's a kind of a difficult thing to accept. I know what it's like when your favorite singer quits. But there's no reason that you can't like both sides. You can still be a fan of Arch Enemy and Alissa if that's the case. So I think it's all going to work out for the best. For everyone.
Absolutely. And did
Yeah.
you expect Alyssa's departure at any point? Was it something you could have predicted, or did it take you by surprise?
Uh, it's kind of difficult to say because I think it was something that you could feel like it was leading up to a point. Everything was leading up to a point, and once it finally happened, it was not a surprise.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what has it been like working with Lauren right now? What's the atmosphere like, and what is she like professionally?
She right now she's joining her favorite band. She told us that Wages of Sin was a very important album for her, and that's the album that made her want to become a vocalist. And we were lucky that she was not in a band. She still had a band called Once Human, right? And
Hmm.
but as it turns out, they hadn't been very active for a number of years, and she was just ready to join when we got in touch with her. Uh, I mean, we as a band have been going for a long time, and we toured the world many times, But now, when she's coming in, she's doing these shows with us, and um, you kind of get to see the whole experience through her eyes, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Everything is a little bit new and fresh, and it brings a certain freshness and positivity to the band as well.
That's awesome. And are there
Yeah.
any plans for more new music or a new album with Lauren?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, everything happened really fast when she joined. We were lucky to be able to squeeze out to the last breath that song, and now we have these tours in front of us, and but the priority is going to be like working on more music and release an album definitely at some point, hopefully even next year.
Mhm. That's great news. And are these songs already written? If so, how are they sounding?
I mean, that's actually it's too early to say because it's kind of a work in progress.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah.
also, there was an interesting social media post by Angela, uh, where she said she considered returning to Arch Enemy when Alissa left, but eventually decided against it because of her current life, her age, her young children, her work as a manager. Uh, just an exercise, an imagination exercise. But have you ever imagined what it would be like if Angela returned?
Yeah, of course, and I can totally relate to the fans because in that whole process online, like a lot of fans believed that she was actually coming back, and I can relate to that because I'm a fan of other bands as well, and you want to see your heroes back in the band, and but the thing is that she got really tired of touring and she decided to do what she likes even more, and that's being a manager. And that's still the case. I don't think she would actually enjoy the touring life anymore. And as us band members, we know that we already know this. You know, we know that she wouldn't be happy touring. So it kind of defeats the. Yeah, it's kind of strange to imagine that fans imagine that she's coming back when we know that
Yeah,
it wouldn't work. Yeah,
yeah.
but I agree. It would be super cool to see her back on the stage. Yeah.
I'm just asking it because she mentioned in a social media post that she considered returning. So it was she thought about it. So
Yeah.
it's different to imagine that.
I think she was surprised by all the, by all the. It kind of blew up on social media when fans were suspecting that she might be coming back, and she received an incredible amount of love from fans all around the world, and that's why I think she actually seriously considered it.
Yeah. And for my last question, there was some online discussion involving Arch Enemy in recent days because of an Instagram post by Kiko Loureiro, former Megadeth and Angra guitarist, saying that a part of the new song is similar to one of his songs. Michael took it well. He even made some jokes on the comment section, but Angela was a little upset. How did you guys react internally to this?
Um, it's difficult to answer because I know the truth, and I'm not the least bit worried about that. I honestly thought it was a joke up until just I don't know, yesterday, or because it's like it's becoming a huge thing online and a lot of people are talking about it. But like I said, I'm not worried about it at all, and we'll see about that in a few days or so. You know,
Uh-huh. And
yeah.
since it's kind of a joke, Kiko will be playing at the day after Arch Enemy at the Bangers Festival. Any chance you guys could meet him backstage to chat and maybe calm things down?
I mean, it's not that big of a festival. We'll probably bump into each other, So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay, man. I think this is it. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy Brazil.